And off we go from Denver. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Oh, excuse me.
Looking to throw Penix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Take it in at the 22. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
Definitely a good
punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing
Man,
sets?
you're one of the very few guys, man, that can use your D-line. I used to do that, too.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On play action, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup.
Oh, my God, a pectoral strain.
My
Ooh.
ex-teammate used to tell me all
That's
the
a
time,
tough
I hate
injury.
experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's Nix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned
Right,
into
good job. Good job, defense. Good job, offense.
Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nice job, special teams. Nice job.
Down at the 28. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To the air, Penix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rip, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. They juked him. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Pumpkin. Not bad.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 44. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the Broncos first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Damn, nice tackle on his end. That was him.
Nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
That looks like a Tampa 2.
Go straight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Nix to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's going to be good for another.
I was watching him. I was watching him on the edge.
Falcons 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Man, Sutton retired too, guys. Portland Sutton retired.
Now it's Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing Nix. His pass caught at the 4. And the Broncos are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in one from 4 yards out. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 14-0.
All right, this is a good defensive stance right here.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll throw with Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll try to run the option here. 2 yards the game.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for an option play to come up. Only a matter of time.
He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast from this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Off the play fake, here's Nix. What a read on the outside as it's intercepted. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give the offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Penix. Checks this one down to Robinson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Fucking gave up a turnover,
Defense is
man.
worried
Shit.
that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down and 8. And looking to throw, Penix. And rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Good job, defense. Good job, 7. Making up for my turnover, man. Good job, number 7.
And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead.
Still mad at do a turnover, man.
And what a spectacular
Really trying to run a perfect game as far as not throwing an interception.
And you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Fighting through. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down to force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
He'll look to throw.
Oh.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 65 jack.
Back to throw again. Short throw caught by Pitts. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea?
I think he gets the ball the second half.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Whoop, I blew that shit up.
Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away.
Oh, well.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Oh shit! I thought he got the ball second half. I don't even pay attention to that. I just play.
We'll see if
I just
week
play the
1
damn
fatigue
game.
becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Let's go.
To throw is Nix.
Wow, what a hit!
And intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
He jumped that route so good. Wow.
Pretty much everything went their way
Son of a
offensively
bitch.
in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the
I had
third
pressure
quarter.
on me
We
too.
know the key to everything here. Don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Robinson up the middle. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
From the 35, here's the 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Penix.
Come on, buddy. Pick that up, dog. Pick that up, 35.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
Good job. Run defense is stout right now. We are stout in the run game, run defense.
2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Way to go on that route.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown,
Atlanta. All right. Well, we kept them tight for most of the game. Got us to the score now. I need a rebound. I threw him 2 interceptions. I can't do this again.
The point after is up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21.
He's been playing pretty good run defense as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. To throw, here's Nix. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now they'll change things up. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Here we go, set. Set go. Hut, hut.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. And London motioning left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Holding. He got holding.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes.
I was say, I don't blame him if he went for it. I wouldn't fucking bitch about it.
Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here.
What's up, Royal Tutorials? What's going on, man? How you doing, dog? What's up? What team are you? Who are you in the league? Dog, I'm throwing 3 fucking interceptions right now, man. Fucking whack.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
Kansas City, you're KC. Uh-oh. Well, now you have a little bit of an opportunity to, you know, film study. Some guys jump in my film study, and it works, too, because I'll be having guys jumping in, you know, when we play games, and they'll be calling out what I do. And it's cool. I get it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 87 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start.
Well, I saw you had a rough season last year, man, as the Chiefs. As the Chiefs user, you had kind of a rough season.
And in days gone by,
wish you some luck this year, man.
And put it up on the refrigerator when we clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And some room to work.
Nice run. Oh, my God. He got back up.
There all the way down to the 23-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Wow, man. I did manage to break the curse of the Broncos. I guess in this league, the Broncos have been pretty bad. So I managed to break the curse. We went into the playoffs. Had a great game with the Jets user. He had a miracle comeback, and he won it at the final minutes of the game. Playoff football, man. It was amazing. It was fun. Had a great time.
Back to throw. Nix. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
There we go. Get behind the blockers. Got to get behind the blockers.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
Ooh. Got some other running game going now. I threw 3 interceptions, man, and he did well defending it, though. It's not like I was throwing bad passes. He just made really good reads and picked me off.
Now 2nd and 3.
Let's see. What are you doing? That looks like man coverage.
Viking 18. Mustang 19.
Right on, Royal. I appreciate you subbing.
On play action, here's Nix.
Easy. He didn't even see that. He didn't even see that. Oh, my God. That was wide open. Great job, Loveland. Great job.
And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule.
What a great throw. Look at that, wide open. Oh, I bet that grinds his gears.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want.
But again, Royal, good luck, my man. We'll see you in the game. We got 2 games this year, you and I. Should be a lot of fun.
So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out.
I will say props to the commissioners. Thank you guys. You guys run a good league, man. Running a good league. Appreciate that shit a lot. Oh, we hit him right there. You know, it's hard to run a good league. You know, I've ran a league for many years too, and my son and I ran it together, but as he got older, his interest wasn't too much into Madden anymore. You know, we've done a lot of car stuff now. And but not me, man. I still Madden. I still play my game. I still like playing the game.
Offense out there for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank.
There we go, number 7. Number 7 playing strong, bud.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very,
so as I was saying, man, props to the commissioners. You guys, you're doing a good job, my man. I like it. It's a lot of fun. I will be spreading the word to some of my people and letting them know to come join the fun.
On the draw, Robinson.
Good job, Barton. Barton, number 55, is a fucking madman, dog. That dude is a scientist. That dude is a scientist. I really like him. And he's like 33, 34 years old, still playing outstanding. We got to get ready for an option play.
The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun.
Good play, dog. Good play, because I was watching that route. I was watching the slot receiver route, but good shot, good shit. A
3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Yeah, that was wide open. I saw him wide open. There's nothing I could do about it. Man, great play, dude. Great play, my man. We had a guy coming in to sack you, and you got it out just in time.
Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. To the air, Penix.
Oh, my Lord. She was wide open. Wide open. Where was the defense at? Where are my safeties at on that?
Great play there. 39 yards. And the Falcons have got
it
back to a 2-score game.
I really like playing strong defense, man. I really like that. I like playing defense more than offense.
Extra point right down the middle.
That 14 points. Fuck. That was a huge, wide open play, man. That's not cool. Where my boys at? Where the boys at? There's no reason for that to be open.
Ready to go, and they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
I did get a pro tip for special teams from one of my buddies on how, because the kick return game, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like my holes are opening up a little more.
Ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's using that left outside linebacker quite a bit. I feel like I'm going to attack him personally. I want to attack him head on. Why not?
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he
shit, Williams went in.
Tracks behind the line of
scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the
sprained wrist will return soon. We'll let him sit. We'll let him sit. We'll let him sit.
All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations.
But for this particular one,
everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the
I need to put in a different running back. I can't put in Williams. Williams isn't very good in the
now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop?
He's heavy. He's got a heavy hand, heavy feet.
Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now an audible here into something else. Nix to the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On first down, Childress. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Childress.
Good defense. Good defense.
They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on.
Wow, took my guy right out.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Now a handoff up the middle. Childress. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
First game of the week, and we're in the rain. rain already. Uh-oh, look at 27 came back in the game.
Here we go. Check up.
Nick's going to tap this forward. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now it's Nick's. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was real.
Yeah, 95 is barreling down.
That situation.
Fucking lay me
A
out.
chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run him. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming.
Well, guys, you going to learn league?
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now.
We can say the Broncos curse. It is officially done. It's officially over. Absolutely.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Heartbird Nation, what's up, Eagles? Thank you, dog. Thank you. Even you and I had a great game last year, man. Appreciate the sub, my man.
Out set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half...
Number 7 is just playing outstanding.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Nice block.
And he'll go out field at the 49. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
Definitely got the connection working.
Definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Oh!
by Pitts. And they'll get him down after a pick.
He had a possession. He had a possession catch that, man. That was close.
Much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete. Strosey will try to pick it up.
Good game, dog. Good game. Props to Strosey. I can't pronounce this shit. Props to the Falcons user. Thank you, man, for being available, communicating well. I appreciate that. We all do in the league. Props to the commissioners, too. running a good league. And thank you, Eagles and Kansas users, for subbing. I appreciate that. I don't do it for the subs, man. I just do it for the evidence. So we'll see you guys in the next game. I'm just going to run through the stats like I usually do at the end of every game.
We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
Damn, that was wide open when he hit that.
For the Broncos, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again.
Pick 6 for number 7. Good stuff.
Meanwhile, for Atlanta.
Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, I'm just going to have to look at the box score real quick. We hit all our goals on that for the game day goals. We hit them all. All right, so box score. Real quick run through. I don't spend too much time on this. Bo Nix, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 INTs, 24 for 20, 20 for 24, 83% completion percentage. Nix, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. That INT was a pick 6, 14 for 26 attempts, 53% completion percentage. Rushing, Frank, 15 for 108 yards. Robinson, 11 for 35 yards. Frank got 2 touchdowns. Freddie, the backup, 3 for 15 yards. That's pretty good. 5 yards a carry. Good job for the backup. Loveland, 5 for 58 yards of the touchdown. Burden, 2 for 53 yards of the touchdown. Mims, 7 receptions, 42 yards with a touchdown. And Moore, 1 for 17 with a touchdown. Take a look at the sack lights and the INT lights. Mitchell got 2 INTs on me. Son of a bitch. Madden, oh, that was a good user pick right there on his end. Good user pick. He read my shit right. There's Jonell with the pick 6, 192 yards. He ran it in. Got the touchdown. He's got 2 pass deflections. Really good. See if we got any sacks. I know we got a sack somewhere. Yeah, Phillip with the sack. And that's it, guys. 1 sack in the game. All right, well, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for commenting, and we will see y'all in the next match. Peace out.